everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Shaira and I post planner and lettering videos on this channel. So today I do have another plan with me for y'all, and I'm using this Christmas kit from Oddloop. I just remembered right now as I'm recording this that I actually did use this exact same kit several years ago, except Oddloop did end up reformatting this kit, or they changed their format altogether and ended up reformatting this kit as one of the first that they did. And so I picked it up very recently and I am using it for this week. I don't have a photo of my old spread readily available, but I'll probably just share it on Instagram if you do follow me there. If not, it's linked below in the description as well. But so I am just going in and adding the bottom washi and then the date covers. And then for this week, I decided to try something different. I don't believe I've ever done it before. But I have seen it in the community for some time. I feel like it was a really big thing back then when people were super into like no white space planning. And then now there's still some people who do it with like different kits and such. But I did try to do a little bit of color blocking this week. So I kind of tried to pull in like specific colors for each column, not so much this first one where it's the sidebar. But I did do it a little bit more for the next couple columns, and I'll talk through that again in a little bit. I did also use my jelly roll quite a bit for some of the darker stickers, like that this week header that I just kind of handwritten out. I totally realized how much I miss just like blackout bullet journaling, and I feel like I'm going to do that a little bit more in my journal. I know I still haven't uploaded just like what my like 2021 setups are, like which planners I'm using. I hope to get to that sometime soon so I can also show y'all how I'm splitting like planning and journaling this year. But yeah, so anyway, speaking of the color blocking, you'll see here all of the stickers that I'm putting down here are mostly that light blue. Those were like one of the three main colors of the kit. I did one column for light blue. The next one's going to be like the dark navy color. And then the next will be red. And then I just cycle through that again. In terms of the full boxes, I tried to match them as close as I could as well, but there wasn't like pure red boxes, or like the dark blue ones had a lot of red in it too. So I did just try to be creative a little bit there and just try to match up, which I thought was mostly dark blue, mostly red, or something like that. But yeah, so most of it did end up looking really good with just the color blocking. I chose not to add in just like icons or doodles that were the exact same color. I felt like if there was something available that I had that matched it, then great. But if not, I didn't feel, too strongly about finding something that matched it. But I did try to at least match stuff to the kit itself still. So that is what I did there. You'll notice also here that towards the earlier half of the spread, I was a little bit stingy with just like the dark blue and the red, especially just because I felt like there wasn't a lot. But towards the end, I do try to like fill in some of the spots that were a little bit more white spacey, just because I did have some stuff left over there as well. But yeah, so I'm just filling out the sidebar really quickly here, and then I put down the highlight of my week. It was really cool because I think this was our almost last week of work before the holidays. We had like a few offhand days during the week of Christmas that we had to work. But we did do our like holiday party for our team. And so we had a virtual escape room experience. I've always liked escape rooms like in person and stuff like that, but I thought it was really interesting to do it virtually. It was actually really engaging and I thought it was really fun. And I would totally do that with my friends kind of thing. So yeah. Anyways, I know I breezed through that column that I just did for Wednesday. I will go back to it in a second, but you'll notice that the full box that I used was not like a pure red box right there. I did have to go back in and fill up a couple of things in there. But I did just try to add in as much red as I could just so that it kind of looks more color blocked. But yeah, I still think it looks really great though as like an overall like color blocking thing. So here I'm back on that light blue and then just gonna cycle through the same cycle again. The good thing was because there is like an odd number of colors, it meant that across like the 7 pages, I'd have the light blue 3 times, which there was a lot of light blue in this kit, which I think totally makes sense. I feel like it's hard to make dark colored kits because then people can't write on top of like the really dark stickers if they don't have like white pens, and obviously not everyone has white pens, so it totally makes sense why like the lighter colors were highlighted more in the kit itself. But I did try to put together some of those darker stickers, maybe use them as like washi strips like this one here. So I could use my Jelly Roll pen with it, the white one, and I really love how these turned out. I kind of want to do like a blackout spread or something like that in here. I don't know how I'm going to pull that off. Maybe I'll do like black paper or something. I don't really know yet, but we'll see. I think that would be so much fun. But yeah, so that holiday party thing that I did mention happened on the Friday of that week. Like I said, it was so much fun. I definitely recommend it if you're trying to look for like group activities for like several number of people. We divided our whole like team. We're like a team of like almost like 100 people or something like that, but we divided it into smaller groups and not everyone was there either. So I think we were a group of like 5-ish people for a virtual escape room, and sadly my group did not make it out. We kind of had like a competition of like whichever group kind of gets out first is the winner. So if one kind of team won already, then you kind of don't get to finish. We were pretty close though, so I thought that was a success to some extent still. I feel like if we actually did like the full escape room experience where you just have your own time limit versus like against other people, I feel like we would have made it out. But anyways, here I'm back on like a red column. One really funky thing I did here was, well, 2 things. I flipped a page flag upside down, and I thought that actually looked really cool, just to kind of differentiate. And then here, the sticker that I'm putting down, I showed you really quickly. This was actually 2, I guess they're like more label boxes, maybe like a quarter box. I don't know. Maybe it's a little smaller than quarter box. But I didn't have like half boxes that were red. And so I cut up like the middle of them and put them together to look more like a third box or so. And I thought it actually looked really good. I'm getting close to the end of this spread, but one thing I did also want to highlight about this week was I started watching this Netflix show called Alice in Borderland. It's a Japanese thriller, and if you're looking for something new to watch, I highly recommend it. I really love that show. I binge watched it in like 2 days, and I thought it was a great thriller, even though I normally don't like those. But here is mostly the final spread. I did notice just like some white spots and all that, so I did add in some more of my leftovers because I did have a fair amount. Also, I know for the Wednesday column, like I said earlier, there is a fair bit of blue in there, but I think it still looks pretty color blocked for the most part. But I'm just going to wrap up adding in these like color block pieces right now, but this is mostly the final spread. I'll go over the leftovers in a second, but I really did enjoy using the new reformatted kits from Oddloop. I think there's a lot of great layering pieces, and I think just how it is in general really helps with things like color blocking, so I definitely would do this again. Hope you all enjoyed watching this plan with me, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.